Good morning, respected sir. My name is Lisa Shajan, and the topic that I've chosen for my thesis is the National Maritime Complex. And the aim of this project was to create an exclusive public space to promote the maritime related activities in Chennai with a maritime museum, galleries, food court, aquarium, etc. And the project was initially proposed by the Chennai Port Authority, in which they focused on the construction of the museum first and later the development of the rest of the structures to be done in the near time. So, in regard of this, the first case study that I've chosen for the literature is the Museum of the Sea in Sate. It was an already existing museum, and renovation was done into it, in which the different types of linear windows and the colors and were incorporated into the structure. So the inference that is taken from this renovation is that the windows that were given were sea facing and were in the linear pattern, and loop pattern was given for circulation, and in which the visitor would actually go in a loop around the whole museum and get a view of all the exhibits that were placed in the museum. And overall, the minimalism architecture was done for this museum, in which the colors that were used were white, and the window frames and everything that was given was of the minimalist value, and the natural landscape of that area was also preserved as well. The second literature case study that is chosen is the Danish Maritime Museum, which is an underground museum, and this museum was constructed in such a manner in which that it didn't spoil the quality of the dock and its surroundings, and proper use of daylight and different levels were created to provide a different ambience for the visitors, and also the use of raw materials helped it to be a part of the surrounding. Similarly, the next case study, that's a live case study, is the Kuwait Maritime Museum, in which it's a small museum that depicts the maritime activities of Kuwait. And the colors that were used created a different ambience, and the lighting provided for the exhibits alone created a highlight for the museum. And there was a mezzanine deck that provided the visitors, or it gave the visitors a different view in which they could, from the entrance, get into the mezzanine deck and pass out through the exit. The next live case study that was taken is the scientific center, in which it was constructed in two phases. One phase had the aquarium, and then the other phase had the virtual reality center and the museum and the area for exhibition center, etc. The one with the museum and the area for exhibition center was followed an Islamic architecture overall with wooden tiles, with ceramics, and flooring was also done with the Iranian tiles, etc. And in the aquarium itself, the lighting was provided within the water cubicle, so the whole pathway or the whole circulation was led to a dark way, and only the aquarium, the glass cubicles, highlighted the area. And coming to the comparative analysis for the different case studies, for two live and two literature case studies, the comparative analysis was done based on its location, year of completion, the maximum height, concept, form, function, circulation, lighting, facade, landscape, and the orientation and accessibility, surrounding context, landscape, figure ground, and visitor's opinion. So all these were considered, and analysis was done based on that for the case studies. And coming into the site is in the Chennai port area, and it's of 37 acres, and the climate zone is of tropical wet and dry. So the site analysis was done with the site characteristics such as that it's a place that's used to hold the cargo port area, and it's quite of a dry land with very less vegetation. An inference from the site that was taken is that the immediate surroundings is of the warehouse port, INS Adia, Bay of Bengal, the freight terminal, etc. The inference would be that it is safe from the shoreline change and continuous erosion, and microclimate needed to be improved. And the buildings also had needed proper shading, and the soil condition was sandy soil. And the analysis was also done based on its climate, precipitation, humidity, solar condition, winds, wave height, and wave period. And one of the major highlights of the site is that it was sea facing, which could be used for the design development, as well as good connectivity to the city. I mean, the main road, the access points are also well defined from the Rajaji Salai road, and that was the main node that helped to reach one into the site. And coming to the data collection, since museum was the highlight of the project, more data was collected with respect to the museum. That's how the gallery arrangement, the different loop-like structures, and the circulation, and how a differently able person would access the space, and also for the other structures, that's administration, cafe and restaurant, the classrooms for the institution, how seating arrangement could be placed evenly, as well as the bathroom for the differently able, and the office space for the administration, and seating arrangement in cafe and restaurant, the kitchen, the storage and services, etc. From the four case studies that I've done, that's the two literature and two live, the areas were all analyzed and an average area was taken. And the area statement was created with, in this one, to the average value, so almost similar to that, and flexible to the design. An area statement was created. The concept of the that was developed was that of the wave. Wave was incorporated from the sea close into the site, because that was the major attraction of the site, and this was depicted. This shape of the roof was created in the waveform. Since the museum was the main attraction, it needed a striking form, and hence to develop the various curves and lines were used, and finally it was concluded into the waveform. And initially a zigzag pattern was created, and then a ramp like form was later created, and finally the roof came into a curve waveform, and the zigzag pattern was followed in the landscape areas. Since the concept revolved around the sea, since it was a major attraction, different heights were provided inside the building to create different volumes and massing. And coming to the zoning was done initially in the center and later to the sideways of the view, and then placed diagonally so that proper access and as well as view could be incorporated into the building. Coming to the master plan consists of six different blocks, which is the museum, the main highlight, admin, cafe, restaurant, institution, and services. Main entrance is from the first corner of the site, and parking is provided on the right side for the visitors, and separate parking is provided for the VIPs as well as for the staff. From the parking, the main road leads to the museum directly with sub lanes that leads to the admin and the cafe. The admin was placed as a different block so that only the staff could access it and it wouldn't interfere with the circulation of the visitors. The institution, the marine food court, and the studio were placed behind the museum, and the institution and studio was within the same compound, so that the students who actually came into the research center, if they actually wanted to stay, they could go to the studio apartment and stay as long as they want until their research was over. The main museum uh, is of the curved shape plan with two phases. So the wave pattern was also incorporated in the shape of the plan while designing, and the main museum with two phases. One was completely for the maritime heritage values, the exhibition center, the navigation galleries, etc., completely related to the maritime history. And then the other area was full of the aquarium, the virtual reality center, the marine species gallery, the museum store, the computer lab, the souvenir shop, etc. So one that leads coming into the main entrance follows a lobby with a coffee shop, and then a separate entrance for the aquarium within the museum itself. Uh, Coming to the roof of the structure, the roof of the building was the material that were used was the GFRP, that's the glass fiber reinforced polymer. And this material was used since any shape, size, and surface texture could be produced. It was lightweight, durable, and translucent. And using this material was easier so that it could be curved or molded into the shape of the curve of the wave into the structure itself. And the landscape was done with these linear patterns in which water bodies were also incorporated within the site, because Chennai being a hot humid area, water bodies would cool in that site, as well as the large exhibits such as the boat and or the ship and everything which couldn't be taken inside to the museum could be actually placed in the water body, and that would stand as a highlight to the entire site. And the two different types of trees were used. One was a flowering tree, and seating spaces were provided around or below these trees so that proper shading was given for the visitors as well. And it also added to as a landscape element. Coming into the exhibition techniques, since it's a museum, different types of exhibition techniques could be used. That is, some of the techniques that we used were some of the exhibits were hanging, some of them were placed above the table, some of them on grounds, some of them within the glass cubicles, and the mezzanine deck was also provided so that the visitors could actually go up a different level and get a view of the exhibits that were placed on the ground as well as that were hanging. And the aquarium also had seating spaces on within the pathway itself so that people could rest along the way when they are passing through the aquarium. Then the different blocks that were museum were the institution block and the administration block. The institution block, that's the research center, consists of the library, labs, oceanographic labs, classrooms, offices, conference room, presentation rooms, etc. And the administration plan also had the head offices, with the curators room, the directors room, staff offices, security rooms, CCTV camera rooms, and toilets for the staff in the museum, as well as in the administration block. And these buildings also form the curved pattern in planning. Then the cafe was also was a linear platform in which staff dining was provided in a separate area and also for the visitors that were coming. The studio apartment was of the minimalist use, just with just the minimum space, so that the people who were coming for the research center could actually stay back if it was delayed or it needed to be done more. The cafe, then following the restaurant, that's the marine food court. Marine food was mainly delivered, such as a maritime gallery. Focus should more be on the maritime food items. So there was a marine restaurant that could be accessed by the people coming from the institution as well as from the museum. And yeah, then coming to the special topic, since it's my topic for thesis, the museum lighting was a special topic that was taken. Lighting, as we all know, is into two types. That's the natural lighting and as well as the artificial lighting. Natural lighting would be incorporated, was incorporated because the facade had glass walls and walls, and in the roof, since it was translucent, light could be transmitted. So lighting in the museum in the form of natural lighting was done in the form of facade, glass was given, and as well as in the roofing, since it was translucent material that was given. Artificial lighting was incorporated into the building in the form of LED lightings for to highlight the exhibits of the structure, as well as the fluorescent lighting, the linear lighting that was provided in the center of the planning so that it provided a pathway for circulation. And the ones that the LED lighting that were placed around the corners would highlight the exhibits that were placed in the Maritime Gallery. So finally, to conclude, my approach towards the design was to create a structure that stands out from the side as well as it responds to the site characteristics. Thank you.